Alright, roster review for Hello There, representing Wookiee Tango Fox. He runs Sith Empire with GBA and Darth Vader in a squad arena and Malevolence in Fleet Arena. Looking good. Let's start with his roster of characters. Alright, 2.4 and he's got himself 13 relics. That's crazy good, man. Interesting choice of relics. I like them and I somewhat approve. Let's go through the factions. Starting with 501st, minimal investment, probably bit of bloat by getting these guys to gear 8 and maybe 85. Hopefully you don't have mods on them. Oh, you do. Do you use them in Grand Arena? If not, I would suggest taking their mods off as it's extra GP. It doesn't feel like it is, but it will be if you're not using them. Anything like that is wasted GP. I won't look at Ahsoka because she goes to a separate faction. Bad Batch, I'm hoping, yeah, nothing good. Sweet. Bounty Hunter. You got your Relic Bosk, and then Minimal Hunters. I think you got 7-star Chewie. Let me just check. Ooh, Chew. Yep, 7-star Chewie. Alright. So I'm assuming you farm these up for 7-star Chewie before Grief and Mando were released. Hence why they're not geared up. And if so, that makes perfect sense. It's completely fine. I would have done the same. In fact, I did do the same first time around. Let's see. Okay. Bosk is modded for speed and health. 278 speed, that's really good speed. 90% tenacity, that's pretty good. Alright, so for Bosk, sets are fine. You could swap to a tenacity set. I think tenacity set is more ideal. I wouldn't put too much effort into Bosk because your hunters are subpar. Well, not subpar, but they're not like a super crazy good team, not high on your priority list. Tenacity cross is correct. Protection here is ideal, and same here, protection. And then apart from that, it's just speed. So you got 107. It's probably a bit more than that. Maybe 290. So like 12 more speed across 5 mods. That's 3 average speed extra. The rest are low gear, so I won't really bother looking at them. Look at Django though. Speed and health. He's your damage deal on the hunters. You haven't got Mando up, so you're not relying on any disintegrate. So you will probably be wanting to swap to a damage set with offense there, which you've got, and probably crit damage there. I think I'm not sure if crit damage or offense is better, but especially at gear 11, I don't know his crit chance relatively low. I would probably say stick with an offense set and either potency, health, crit chance, secondary set. Crit damage here, potency or offense here. The rest is just basic stuff. Accuracy arrow, I would say speed. Accuracy is a weird stat. I don't think anyone particularly needs it. There are a few key characters who you can put it on if you're missing a lot with, but Django is not one of them. And yeah, he's quite slow with that accuracy arrow on. Alrighty. The rest is kind of hard to say, so I'm just going to move on. Droids. Start with Grievous. I remember you remodded him a little while back because you had a speed set on him for some crazy unknown reason. Triple health, beautiful, and some speed. That's got nice health on it. If it didn't, I would have said try find yourself a health arrow, but it looks like he's got plenty of health regardless. 223 speed, that's pretty good. 135, great. That's basically all. Some people try to put some potency, crit chance, and crit damage on him, but if it takes away too much of his health, I wouldn't even think about changing it. B1, let's see. Offense and potency, love that. Health, what is this doing on him? Tenacity, alright. Offense, yep. Okay. So B1, basically all he needs is 90-ish% potency, which you've got, and then speed and offense. The potency, you get just through the sets. And then the offense you get from having 3 to 4 offense primaries. The the fourth one would depend on if you've got an offense arrow with really good speed, but I don't recommend doing it. I'd look for a speed arrow with 2 to 3 hits of offense at minimum. But when you can, swap this one out and this one out for offense primaries with some good speed. Ideally, you want to be running at 275 plus. I think I've got mine at 280, which I'm still finding is quite slow. Okay, B2. What have you got? Speed and tenacity. What is this? Offense prime. Crit damage. What are you doing? He's a tank. He doesn't do any damage. His main job is to soak up, well, not soak up hits. His main job is to buff the spell and take a lot of turns. What you want to do for B2 is get him about 75% potency. So I think that's one potency set. Let me see. B1 has a potency set on him, so we can look at what the set bonus is. 15, yeah, 15 plus 15%. Go to B2 again. All right, 63.03. That's 58 base potency. Potency set will get him to 75 plus a little bit of secondaries. And then you want to put the rest into tenacity. So 2 tenacity sets, 1 potency set, tenacity primary cross, protection here, crit avoidance arrow if you've got it. And then apart from that, you probably want him at about, yeah, that's way too fast. Give someone else the speed who needs it. You probably want him about 180 to 200 speed. And you can have more, but it's not necessary in the slightest. Droidica and Magna are a little low. That's fine. You put a Zeta on Droidica. That's crazy, man. I'm assuming you're going for gas at some point, so that kind of makes sense. Tenacity. So you've got crit damage and defense sets. Let's see. 50 added speed. Yep. Critical damage. Alrighty. What do you got? Protection. Okay. So you got like no speed on these mods. Alright. So if I remember correctly, physical damage and true damage. True damage can't critically hit. So yeah, I thought it was that. You don't want to have the critical damage sets on him because they only benefit if you crit. You want to instead have offense sets, and then the second set can be. I don't think potency. It doesn't do any debuffs. Nope. I mean, it does target lock. Yeah, no, it doesn't do any target lock. So, I mean, he doesn't do any debuffs. He's got target lock in his special, but usually that'll leave him dead. So you want to. Second set will be whatever you've got that has offense. Ideally, offense primary here, offense primary here, offense primary here. Doesn't need too much speed. If you're modding for gas event, it's different. I won't go into that too much, but he needs speed for that one, so he gets the rollout quick enough. And then obviously offense primary here. On this mod, you want to have something with like 3, 4, maybe even 5 hits of offense percent secondary if you've got it. And same with this one. Remember, speed is irrelevant, and you want to just stack his offense. I mean, he's only gear 9, so it's hard to judge and do that. But if you get the mods on the characters as soon as you can, then you're set. Speed and potency on Magna. That is weird. Haven't seen that in a while. You've got the protection in the right spots. Offense there is weird. Crit avoidance, that's good. I like that. It's the wrong set. I would probably pop that onto B2 when you're doing his remod. So he's only gear 8, so it's going to be hard to tell what is good. But a mix of health, defense, and tenacity sets are ideal. You want to be aiming for tenacity 20% based. I don't remember what his relic. Hang on, let me just look him up real quick. I'll just pause while I look him up. At relic 3, he has 40% base tenacity. You want to have a tenacity cross or protection. If you don't have tenacity, tenacity is probably ideal. That'll be 35. That'll get him to 75%, and then a set will give him, I think it's like 20% extra. I could be wrong. I think it's 20 though, which that'll give you 55 added, and that's basically 100%. That's all you'd need. The rest you'll do. So that's all you need tenacity wise. But here, protection like you've got there, and then critical avoidance, arrow, or protection. Speed, about 80 added. Speed is all you need, but basically get to 95% tenacity through set and the primary cross. The cross primary, it's probably going to be lower if you don't have it 6. It's definitely going to be lower if you don't have it 6C. But that's Magna, and the rest is just defense. Yeah. The rest belong to their own separate factions, so I'll move on. Vader, Relic 7, 2 Zetas, doesn't have his lead. Nice. Speed and health, what is going on here? Alright, I like the primaries on him. Let's see, 267, critical damage and 86% potency. So his Vader's damage is really pitiful with the speed set. I would not recommend putting a speed set nor a health set on him at all, since his damage output is just far too low at those numbers, with those sets. I would recommend critical damage set or offense set with a potency second set. Um, same primaries that you've got, and then if you can get 100 added speed, 110 added speed, that'll be ideal. You've got the speed arrows, so you only need 70 or 80 added speed across 5 mods, which is um, that's oh, I can't do maths right now, but it's about 15 speed per mod, so it's not too bad at all. Emperor Palpatine, no Zetas, that's fine. Speed and potency. Oh wow, 5 hits of potency, nice. Potency cross, defense, yeah, that's fine. Protection, you could probably change that to protection or offense. Protection being better. The 2, speed's fine, potency's nice, and yeah, he doesn't gain any of the benefits of protection at his current level, but he stacks protection with one of his Zetas, which you might put on eventually. Alright, Thrawn. Speed and health. What was he? Gear 8? I think it was Gear 8. Yeah, Gear 8. 7 stars. Nice. Speed and health, that's fine. Second set doesn't really matter as long as you've got speed. But the primaries you're looking for are protection on these 3 slots. That way he's staying alive. So you've got him a bit slow. I would try get him to 250. You know, that's a bit of an ask for a Gear 8 toon, but if you use him, that's where I'd aim to go for. Speed and whatever, and then protection wherever you can with a speed arrow. Moving on, Ewoks. Yep, fine for a 7-star 3PO. You've got the right team. Perfect. First Order. Good. No investment. I mean, this Galactic Republic. Alrighty. Relic Ahsoka. Let's start with her. What have you got on her? Speed and health. Don't know what you've got on this on her for. I think the ideal setup is offense or crit damage and like health second set or crit chance second set. Let's see what you've got her running at. 200 speed. Yep. Some potency, some tenacity. Crit chance is really important. Her basic will dispel debuffs on a random Galactic Republic ally, so that's really helpful. So your Padme team has a lot of cleansers, and you want to get them all in a good spot. And she's a really big. She can do some really nice damage at relics. I'd recommend offense and health, and then primary here I would do offense. Here I would do crit damage. Here speed. And then this one's obviously offense, and then you just want to stack speed, get a similar speed to what you have now, maybe 220 if you can manage it. But that's Ahsoka. JKA, Relic 5, no Zetas. Bit disappointing is Zeta is really good. It's really what helps Padme teams stack up their protection up. If you don't have it, it's kind of hard. Speed set is not ideal in the slightest. You've got him decently fast, doesn't need too much speed with his bonus turns. Ideally, I would say offense and potency. Crit chance set it may be, but what you want here is a potency primary. Here, crit damage, and then offense or speed here. Offense is preferred. And then on these 2 mods, you just want to look for these 4 mods. You want to look for high offense percent secondaries. You want to prioritize offense over speed on JKA. Circle here's protection. You want to make that health in the Padme team, so that way get more protection up and more courage. Yeah, his damage is really low. You've got like no added damage, which is really poor. for what he is. Stack his damage ASAP. I know your Padme team is a little under-geared, but it's going to make all the difference. Speed and health on Padme. Alrighty, we don't see this very often. Okay, 256. Some decent added speed, but I would definitely recommend to swap to triple health sets with a health primary here. I know it's probably tricky, you don't have much where you're at currently, but I would highly recommend it. More health the better. Let's see. Lightsaber have allies at plus 50% max health. So basically, the higher the health, the thicker they are. Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? That's blatantly obvious. Yeah. Okay. Nothing in there that really helps, but health on Padme, 100%. Chupio, I'll look at him now. Probably don't have a rebel team. Potency, defense, protection. 3PO doesn't really matter, just as long as you've got potency high enough, which you do, and then some speed, which you don't. Defense. Yeah, definitely try to get him to, let's see, 58 added, you're at 184. Try to get to 225 speed. That's about 70, 80, 85 added. Don't need many Zetas. Look, you've done his G one, which is a nice one. Not needed. Probably needed for gas event, which is what you're doing it for, I'm guessing. GMY. Okay, going 16 minutes. We need to speed it up. Speed and health. I'm not sure where you use him. Ideally, you want to be having an offense set with health or crit chance second set, and then offense primaries all over the place. Defense, what the heck? Yeah, that's not even worth keeping. Speed is big one. 250 speed at gear 12. Protection is not necessary. You just want to stack his physical damage. Again, he's a support, but he does massive damage, and you want to stack that damage. Look at General Kenobi, then move on because everyone else is under-geared. Speed and health. Okay. Interesting. On GK, you want to have 3 health sets, maybe a defense set tucked away in there, but 3 health sets is basically what you want. 3 to 4 health primaries, depending on the speed of a health primary arrow, if you find one. Yeah, his health's pretty low at the moment, but again, Padme lead stacks up health, and then also prod up is based on their health, and you want him to be thick on health so he can have more prod up. Righty, moving on. Generations. Okay, I usually skip over these, but you've got some pretty hefty work in yours. Speed and tenacity. Alrighty, yep, nice. Very nice. Health. Health. Ideally, on GBA, you want to have prop primaries, get him really thick in the protection, 88 and 69. Alright, so his base prot is higher, and then also protection primaries give a lot more, obviously, not a lot more numbers. So you'll probably be, if you swap those to prop primaries, you'll be sitting at 62k health and 120k odd protection. Actually, let me math it out. You'll be getting 47, almost 50%. 50% plus 65, half of 60, 50% of 65 is 32.5. So you'll be sitting at 100 to 105,000 protection, which is crazy good. Alrighty. Spy. Other than that, he looks good. Speed and health. That's really odd. It's not every day you see Spy with a speed set. Let's have a look. 257 speed, 110 added. Spy has a lot of TM gains. Where is it? Yeah, whenever a Geonosian ally inflicts a debuff on an enemy, he gets 35% turn meter. So you really don't need the speed on him as much as you have on him, because you'll be getting so much TM. You want to stack damage instead. At R4, might feel like he does enough damage, but if he has more damage on him, he's going to be hitting for so much nastier shots. At the moment, 6,000, because you've got 2 offense primaries, and a little bit of an offense secondary there, which probably I would put it's a bit slow for Bastila Fallen, but if that's what you could do, that would be nice. Yeah, So ideally at R4, I'd be aiming for 7.5 to maybe even 8k physical damage. And you could also have a critical damage set on there instead, but I would probably recommend offense. Just get as much damage output as possible. The rest, don't really need to look at too much. Swap some fact set to either triple health, triple defense, or a mix of the two. Here's your health pool, and frankly, that is not quite enough. Offense, health, protection, speed. Yeah, you want 4 protection primaries, and then stack protection secondaries here and here. You want to be sitting up at about 80, 90k prot. I know that seems like a lot of gear 12, but he can do that really easily. And yeah, that's Sunfac. Moving on. Just going through really quickly. I don't want to be doing this forever. Protection, yep. Defense, alrighty. Health, protection. Yep, that's fine. Poggle's basically just, again, increased health pool. His protection pool is pretty pitiful. I'd probably recommend health stack or prot stack, either way. Got good speed on him though, which is really nice. I think I run mine with a triple health set with prot primaries. Just as increased health pool for the geos. The longer you keep them alive, the better. Soldier, triple health. That's what you're doing with Soldier, but Soldier is really big with crits. Where is it? Here. 25% TM when scoring a critical hit. He has plus 15%, so his base crit chance is 48. It's about 50, almost 55%. You want to get him to about 95 to 100%. So speed and crit chance is what I put on him, or damage and crit chance, or triple crit chance. Whatever you can do to get into 85% before his unique, or 80% before his unique, is perfect. The rest you can put into speed and damage. Damage not so much, but speed definitely. He's got a pretty good base speed, so you want to abuse that. Alrighty, let's move on. Need to go quick. Imperial Trooper. No investment. Not many. Not much investment. Okay, Jedi. Jedi Knight Raven. Triple health. What in the world? Oh, wow. Crit chance. That's a lot. You can put that on Soldier, actually. Bit slow for Jedi Knight Raven, so I would definitely recommend it. 15 speed, some critical chance. You could also put that on Soldier. Some speed, nice. And then speed, very good. Good speed, nice. Alrighty. So 285. If you had the same speed secondaries, but with a speed set instead of that triple health with speed and health, you'd be sitting at. Let me think. What is it? You'd be sitting at 300, 301, 302 with a speed set instead of that triple health. So definitely try and transition him. So you could swap this one for a speed set. Definitely swap this one for speed, so you can give this one to Soldier, and then swap maybe this one or this one or this one for a speed mod, and you or both, and you'll be good to go. If you've got similar speed, that is. Jedi Knight Raven has pretty pitiful damage, so you just want to keep him fast and survivable. So the secondaries you've got on, or primaries you've got on at the moment, are perfect. I would ideally like prot on them, but not everyone can have the ideals. Jolie, what have you got him modded for? He's a healer, not an attacker. 189, 35k prot, 25. What in the world? Wow. Okay. Jolie, triple health or 2 health and 1 tenacity. Tenacity primary cross, crit avoidance or speed on the arrow, or even health if you've got a quick one. Triangle, health, circle, health. His whole MO is healing. Where is it? Whenever he uses his plus 30 max health, and then he does protection up, equal to 30% of his max health. And then also tenacity set, he gets plus 100 tenacity, and then at the beginning of the battle, he gets bonus CA equal to half of his tenacity. So if you've got the set plus the cross, that's 24 because it's not 6E, and then 15, I think it's 15. So you've got 40% added onto there, which gets him pretty high to about 180, 70, 80%. Tenacity gear 11 and then plus 100, so you've got easily 85-90% CA just by putting on those primaries and the set. Other than that, that's Jolie. Speed, I would try get him to 190, 220, 215 at relics, so 190, 180, where he's at now, gear-wise. Bachelor, speed, health, nice. Offense, don't really need it. She's slow as balls. Try to get it to 200 speed at the very bare minimum. Maybe a bit of potency, so potency on the cross would be good. Other than that, just more speed. You've got barely any on her, which is not great. Got Hoda. Crazy. Let's have a look. Speed and defense. Alrighty, what's his speed sitting at? Terrible. Bro, what are you doing? Speed on everything. Like 10 speed minimum on everything. Preferably 15. What on earth, man? Yeah, 100%. Get him speedy. You need him speedy. He really juices up that Jedi team. Okay, Night Sisters. Yep, nothing really much at all. Old Republic. Alright, I'm not going to go all through Old Republic. They're usually ignored. Phoenix, just Thrawn ready. Hopefully no mods on. No mods on, good. Okay, Rebels. CLS, nice. I like that. Do you have Chupio? Definitely get him up. Get him up to... Well, your Rebels are pretty low gear, but get your Rebels up, including Chupio included. Your top 4 plus Chupio to gear 11 plus. CLS being your first relic because you've got Chupio. Chupio will use his stats and share it to the team. Can't really give modding advice on them at this current stage, but basically you want offense, tenacity on CLS, either an offense or tenacity primary on the cross, offense here, and then basically you want him at relics 280, so that's what 100 and something added speed, 100 a little bit. Let's just go for 100 added speed, which is not too hard with a speed arrow. Han, critical damage plus whatever is fast. Here's your speed to get the first turn and the second, if possible. Sometimes it's the third. He gets the bonus turn at the start. Ideal. That's nice amount of speed. I'd try for more. What have you got? Speed, good, good. Protection, potency. So yeah, just give him quick mods. That's about it for Han. Chewie, 3 tenacity sets, beautiful. Tenacity here, protection here, and then either protection or speed. And then aside from that, that's all you need. Make the mods really fast as well, and you'll be chilling. You want him about 250 to 270 speed, and preferably before Chupio. It does make things easier to do on offense, and then also trickier to deal with on defense if they're on defense. Chupio, same as CLS, offense and tenacity. Tenacity primary cross this time though, just tenacity. Offense probably not. You can go crit damage set instead of an offense one. Primaries would be crit damage or offense here, speed or offense here, tenacity here, and then health protection here. Either's fine. Preferably protection, to be honest. Speed doesn't matter too much. He's got 130 base, so you probably want about 100 added speed, ideally. So that's not too bad with a speed arrow, and a little bit tricky with an offense one. It's about 12, 13 speed per mod average. Those are the primaries. I've gone through 3PO. You want him? Yeah, I told you about 3PO already. So 225 speed now. So you probably want about plus 90 speed, plus 90 added speed, which is not too hard with a speed arrow. It's only 60 between 5 mods. That's 12 odd speed average per mod. That's about it for your rebels. Rebel fighter. Oh, we looked at rebels. Resistance. No, nothing. Rogue One, probably nothing. Separatists. Yep, we looked at all of that. Newt. Looks like he's unmodded. Yeah, unmodded. He's really good in a GG team. Definitely put him in with the GG team instead of Droidica. Droidica is pretty pointless in GG. People will tell you differently, but he's definitely a good addition to that Grievous team. Speed and health or potency. Primaries, I would do 3 health or a potency cross if you particularly want it. Speed arrow, 150, you want about 100 added speed. Not too hard. 15 from speed set bonus, 30 from the arrow. That's 45 already. You only need 55 from there. Across 5 mods, it's 11 speed per mod. You probably really need 10 speed per mod on him, which is pretty easy to achieve. To be completely honest with you, Sith. Alrighty, you've got that Sith Empire and a bit of a triumvirate. Let's have a look. Darth Raven. R5, speed and health, beautiful. Health here, offense here. Okay, let's have a look. 340, nice. That's great. Primaries, it doesn't matter all that much. I ideally would like to see critical damage on the triangle and then offense on the cross. What you got here? Protection. All right. Nice. Nice. Good stuff. Some good offense secondaries I'm seeing there. Look at his special damage because that's what he does. Very nice. Move on. Bastila. 280H. He's really slow. Defense, health, crit chance. 15, 20, 20, 15. Alright, so you've got like 15s and then some 20s. I would try shuffling a few mods with Darth Raven. It will slow him down, but Bastila to 300 speed on the dot or a little bit more is would be ideal. I personally run mine at 319. I would go quicker if I could, but the quicker she is, the better. You've got a Zeta, so potency's not all that important. Only thing is really is speed and then health, which you've got plenty or a little bit of. So yeah, swap around a bit with DR and Bastila. It will slow DR down, but I think it is super worth it to get Bastila up to speed. Looked at EP and Vader. Malik. Health. Not awesome. Health. Offense. Speed. Okay. So later on in the game, the Tenacity build Malik is not that great because a lot of people, the reason you have it is for solos, and a lot of the teams you're soloing become unsoloable because of how people mod them. It's just how they mod them later on. So I've gone to a triple health set with 4 protection primaries, and I've got about 100 added speed or so. If you're gonna stick with the Tenacity build, I would change this to Tenacity, this one to protection, and this one to protection. Arrow can be prot or speed, either is fine as long as you make up good enough speed in the secondaries. Alrighty, and looks like you're really close to 7-star, which is awesome. Triumvirate, okay, Treya. 7-star, Gear 9. I would definitely get your Triumvirate up to Gear 12, Relic to Relic 3. Modding is not too tricky. Just a critical avoidance arrow is basically all you want. I have mine built with a triple defense sets, protection everywhere, and then a critical avoidance arrow with about 100 added speed, maybe a little bit more. I don't recall. I don't recall. You want her to be able to take hits. Sion as well. I have a critical avoidance arrow, protection everywhere else, and I think I have triple health sets. There are a couple ways to mod the Triumvirate, but if you're just trying to take on some Geos, that's probably the best way. And yeah, some speed. I have mine with about plus 80, so not as much as Treya, but still still booking it a little bit. I'll get to Marauder in a second. I'll just do Nihilus, finish off the Triumvirate. Speed and health, or triple health, that's perfect. I have critical avoidance on the arrow, and then health everywhere else. Potency there is fine if you want to land the cooldown increase, which is really good. It's nice to get. And that's how I have my Nihilus built. Marauder, okay, offense and health. Makes sense. I had that on one of my accounts. On my current account, I have critical damage and critical chance. Let's have a look. 93 added. He doesn't really need speed. He's got a lot of TM gains, but speed is nice to have. I'd probably, if you're going to build CLS, I'd probably use these offense mods on him just to slow Marauder down and focus on stacking his damage. If possible, I would go 3 or 4, maybe even 5 offense hits on these two. If you can change that to critical damage, also on this one, and then offense here as well. and then 3 or 4 hits of offense at the secondary here, unless you're going to do an offense primary arrow. That's Marauder. Let's see. Anyone else here worth mentioning? Fantastic tank, by the way. Set is beautiful. He's got some really nice taunting claws, which you don't have. It's only level 1, but basically, this is basically it. It's just really, really good taunting capabilities, and he's a pre-taunt, which is fantastic. And you basically just prot load him when you do, if you do get him. That's Sith. We look at Sith Empire. Actually, look at HK. Since he's there, I wouldn't recommend modding him simply because he has not very much use with your Sith Empire because his kit is just outdated as hell. And in fact, at the moment with the mods you got on him, I just would not put them on at all simply because there's no speed on them and you're just bloating your GP. Alrighty. Okay. Overall, beautiful roster. Some things that might need a bit of tweaking, like the speed set on Spy, and etc. A lot of things that can be done, a lot of paths that can be gone down. My personal opinion, I would be going after your Rebels team, modding them to perfection, getting them to Gear 12, Gear 13 area. Not too many relic levels on them, they don't really need it because of all the exposed stuff. And then from there, I would probably say, got Hoda, do you have Wampa? No Wampa, okay. So JKL is probably not an option if you're spending a lot of your Get One on Malik. I'd probably do Gas after your Rebels. I know it just feels like jumping from one spot to another, but it's probably the order I'd go in. And then after that, I would do Triumvirate to about 12 or 13. That's just my opinion though. I hope this review has been helpful. Let's have a look at your ships now though. Okay, you got your Geos with your Relic Spy, beautiful. Boss, 5-star Houndstooth, 4-star ETA. Definitely work on starring them up. Vader's ship, I wouldn't bother farming too much. I found it's not very useful at all. It does tend to do a lot of damage, but it just has so much GP attached to it that I don't think it's worth it. Very much worth it. Definitely work on getting Vulture and Hyena to 7-star as you have that Malevolence unlocked. And if I were you, I would definitely rush up Negotiator as your straight away to 5-star unlock and 7-star that bad boy first. I think that's all for ships. Work on starring up the important ones like ETA, Houndstooth, your pilotless Vulture and Hyena. Do you have BTL? No BTL. BTL is a fantastic Galactic Republic tank, so I would work on him as well. So that's just some direction. You don't need to choose to follow any of that, but the modding advice, I would try your best to work on doing those because they will just elevate how your tunes operate to a whole nother level. Trust me on this. Other than that, I love the roster. Interesting Zeta choice on T3. I'm guessing you did it for Malik. Well, obviously did it for Malik. Nice roster. Thanks again. Hello there for letting me review you, and keep at what you're doing. Made Kyber. Good job.